Consciousness creates the universe in order to discover itself. The universe is a dream, a projection of consciousness. Consciousness is ignited by the desire for self-discovery, and so it projects itself into time and space, creating a reflection so that it can see itself, because consciousness cannot see itself without the illusion. Consciousness in its true reality is whole and complete unto itself. There is nothing beyond it. The entire reality of existence exists within consciousness. So in that state, consciousness is not able to know itself. So within consciousness is a burning desire for self-discovery. And that's why consciousness begins to dream and creates the illusion of the material world. This reality of consciousness creating the illusion of time and space right now in the present moment is starting to be proven through experiments in quantum physics, such as the double-slit experiment and some of its variations. I just want to also point out that all scientists don't agree, so there is a discussion going on there. So why does consciousness create the physical world? Why does consciousness initiate this illusion of time and space? Why is consciousness dreaming? So I want to tell you about an experience that I had that helped me to understand this. And so one day I was having a dream. It was just a regular dream. You know, I was at my grandma's house or something with some friends. And then I woke up and I thought to myself, wow, that was a cool dream. And I got up and started, wandering around the house doing whatever I was doing. And then I woke up again. And I said, wow, that was weird. I've never woken up into a dream, and in my dream, I was dreaming. So I said, that was interesting. That's never happened before. And then I woke up again. And then I said, this is curiouser and curiouser. I started going down the rabbit hole, and I started questioning reality and saying, well, how do I know I'm not still dreaming? So I went around and started doing things to try to test and make sure that I was really awake. I tried to name the street that I lived on, because I heard that, when you're dreaming, you can't do that. I tried to go and open a doorknob because I heard that when you're dreaming, you can't open doors or something. Then I woke up again. And at that point, I started to get scared. I started to think, well, what is real? What is reality? How do I know that I'm living in the real world? If I keep, dreaming, maybe I've been dreaming this whole time. What is the truth about reality? And I had an existential crisis, because at that point I realized that there was no reality. The entire experience of living, of being, of having senses is all an illusion. It is all a dream. And that's when I discovered who I really was. Absolute consciousness, complete awareness with nothing to be aware of. And let me tell you, another thing that I discovered was that when you are completely aware, but there is nothing outside of you to be aware of, you don't even really know that you exist. There is nothing to prove that you exist. Even though you're completely aware, you have nothing to experience. What allows us to know that we exist is the fact that we can experience something. So at that moment, what I realized is I said, okay, I know that the dream is not real. All experience is just an illusion. It's a dream. But you know what the one true thing that is real? I know that I am experiencing the illusion. I am real. Something is experiencing this dream. So even though the dream is an illusion, the dream proves my existence. The dream proves that I am in fact real. So that's when I discovered the reason why this entire universe exists. Consciousness, absolute consciousness, beyond time and space, beyond creation, whole and complete unto itself, with nothing beyond it. That consciousness wants to discover itself. It wants to know that it is real. Within its heart, within its soul, is a burning desire to realize what it is. And it is so ignited by that desire, consciousness projects itself out into time and space and creates this illusion and begins dreaming. So at that point, I discovered that I do not want to transcend this illusion. Even though this illusion, within this illusion is suffering and, fear and attachment and loss, I want to experience all those things. I want to fully drop in and be present and embody my individual experience within this illusion so that I can prove that I am real, so that I can realize myself, so that consciousness can realize itself, right? And so our purpose within this life, within this illusion, within this dream is not to transcend the dream, but to play our character, to define ourselves within this dream, to follow our desire, to connect with our passion and our desire, because it is that passion and that desire that connects us back all the way beyond the illusion to the absolute consciousness and the reason for our existence. So when we follow that desire, we are in service to the discovery of consciousness. We are playing a sacred role as a character, as an avatar within this dream, within this embodiment, this manifestation of consciousness, so that it can discover who it is. And the beautiful thing about this is that consciousness in reality is indivisible, right? It is oneness. It cannot be broken up into pieces. So this beautiful dream world is a fractal universe. Every little thing is a whole and complete expression of absolute consciousness, of the divine self. And the universe is a mirror. So when we look out into the universe, it is an exact reflection of who we are. So in this dream world, through our experience of this reality, we are discovering ourselves. We are discovering God. And we are heroes in this journey, right? Who have our essential self, our true self is absolute consciousness. So what we need to remember as embodied beings in this world is that we have chosen to be here. We have created this dream for ourselves, right? This is not a prison world. This is not a punishment world. This is an experiential world. This is an experience that we are giving ourselves so that we can discover who we are. This is an incredible gift that we are giving to ourselves. And we are heroic for stepping into this adventure and going along on this journey of self-discovery, right? I believe that humanity is moving to a next stage in our evolution, right? So one of the stages was to look around and to discover that there's a spirit world, right? There's the material world and then there's a spirit world. And the next step is to discover, wow, this material world is an illusion. It's not real. So the first reaction to the discovery that this material world is not real is to try to transcend it, to try to escape the suffering, escape the attachment, escape the sensations that escape the roller coaster ride, right? Transcend the roller coaster ride. The next stage of humanity, of human evolution that I believe that we're moving into is the stage of creators, where we realize who we are. And at the same time, we realize that we are creating this illusion for a reason, for a purpose, a sacred purpose, the divine revelation of the highest self, right? And so we stop withdrawing from the world, we stop transcending the world, and we choose to become embodied within the world. We choose to fully participate within the illusion and embody our avatar and play our role as a character, as an ego character within this world. And we see that role as a sacred and heroic thing, revealing God to himself. And we see every other person playing their role, playing their ego inside this illusion of separation. The separation between you and I is an illusion. But when we embody our ego avatar and we play our role within that separation, we are in service to the highest self. And the next stage of humanity is the realization of that and walking in that understanding and seeing ourselves and each other as beautiful, brilliant, radiant beings who are fulfilling this divine purpose. So that to me is the next stage of reality, and moving into that and taking responsibility for our creation of this reality and understanding its purpose and seeing just walking in the incredible love for this world. So to summarize, we are at a point in human time where we're moving into a new paradigm. A paradigm where we no longer reject this reality. We no longer reject the illusion as a place that is not sacred, a place that is not spiritual, right? We accept full responsibility for the projection of this reality and the beauty of it, and we step into that. And we see each other as heroes and embodiments of divine consciousness. And we play our role as ego characters in this world. And we discover realization of divine consciousness through our participation, through our fulfillment of our bodies, through our connection to our desire. And this is the new world that we are creating, the new earth that is full of only love, beauty, trust, creativity, life, purpose, meaning, and divine revelation.